Hey guys, it's Major Steel 1521. I'm here with my friend. Say your name.
Shadowheart 963.
And he's gonna do a profile of his Noble Knight deck, and I'll just send it over to him. He's going to explain why he uses some of these cards and the reasoning behind it. Explain what their purpose is and stuff. So I'll send it over to him.
Alright, let's get right into it. So, for starters, you have your normal 3 Noble Knight Artillery gifts. Kind of mandatory in any Noble Knight deck to run 3 of him.
Not everybody runs 3 though. Some people run 2.
Some people run 2. Personally, I like 3 just so I can get off with Rabbit easier. Next is Triple Gawain. If you control a light normal monster, you can special him in defense. That's not a once per turn deal like some people have been saying. You can do it as many times as you want to make those fast techniques that you need. Next, I play 2 Boars. He's one of the ones that when he gets equipped by Noble Arms, his level gets increased by 1 and he becomes a Dark type. And his effect is once per turn, you can select 3 Noble Arms from your deck, have your opponent choose one of them, add that one to your hand, and send the rest to your grave. So it really helps thinning out your deck and getting what you need to your hand faster. After that, we have 2 Gavalchavad. He's kind of like a Monster Reborn when he's equipped, in a sense, or a Warrior Returning Alive type deal. Because when he's equipped, he can add 1 from the graveyard back to your hand. So I should probably explain this. I only run 2 of him. Some people like to run 1. I like 2 just in case for late game and Gawain's been used up already. Next, you have your big guy. I run 2 Madrak. If you control no Noble Knight monsters on the field, you can special, and he's equipped, you can special summon 1 from the deck and then destroy the equipped. A lot of people like to run him at 3 just to get him into him faster first turn. I've had more luck with him at 2 than I have any others just for consistency. 1 Brothers. I used to run him at 2, but I found that to be way too cloggy. When he's normal summon, you can special summon up to 2 more from your hand, which can help to get Xing out, but you can only XD for a Noble Knight monster after that. And he's kind of like a mini Avarice of sorts. He can return Noble Knights and or Noble Arms from the graveyard back into your deck, and then you get to drop them. So, and he's got the highest defense.
So can he search for maybe Merlin or something?
No, Merlin's one of those few cards that you have to be lucky to get in your hand. He is non-searchable. Gwendriston, once per turn when he's equipped, so not if he's currently equipped, when he's equipped, you can target, I believe it's 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy it, or 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it. Only 1 of him, any more than that kind of clogs things up. And my personal favorite, Triple Gwen. And you can see these are proxies. If you guys have any of these that are for trade, I am willing to do this, but Triple Gwen, Queen of the Noble Arm, she is treated as a Noble Arm, so you can search her with 4s, which is really beautiful to do. And her effect is you can basically use her like a Noble Arm spell card, but if she's in the grave from earlier in the game and it's late game, you can re-equip her using her effect. And when she's equipped to a light monster, if it would be destroyed, you can destroy her instead, which helps protect and save your stuff, kind of like a Destiny. And then if it's a dark monster, at the start of the damage calculation, you can destroy her and then destroy that monster. So she's really beautiful. I love this card. Almost more than the others. Next we have the new guy that just came out, 2 Merlin. I'm not going to go in depth on his effect. I'm just going to say 2 is beautiful, 1's not enough, and 3's, again, consistency issues for this deck. And then with the new format, of course, 2 Honest. Just self-explanatory right there. 1 Rescue Rabbit to search your Artorias.
Well, he's getting ready, guys. I just wanted to say if he has proxies, and he will tell you guys if they are proxies. And if you have them and are not using what he's proxying for, let me know and we could work something out.
That was 22 monsters, by the way.
All right.
Now, for the spells. 15 spells. Spells and monsters are usually what you want to run in this deck. Very few traps for this. But I play 2 Destiny. I did have Destiny at 3, but I took 1 out and put it in the side deck because I've only ever needed just 2 for the game. Once per turn, it protects your monster from being destroyed by battle or by card effect, and also, if he's destroyed, you can target one face-up Noble Knight monster you control and equip it back to him. So, ask my friend here. That kind of annoys him all the time.
It does. Then later on, as soon as I get these videos uploaded, we'll have a duel my Battling Boxers versus his Noble Knights.
Next is 2 Excalibur. This card's really unique, and I didn't think about playing this guy at all until I read his effect fully, and I had him at 3. But then again, I took 1 out and put him in the extra deck for consistency. His effect is that
Side deck?
in the side deck. Sorry, it's late. Shut up. Anyway, his effect is while it's equipped to a Noble Knight monster, that Noble Knight monster cannot be targeted by anything, which is really beautiful because I've gone up against some of my friends that tried to deprison my monster, and this just cock-blocked it basically. And as a second, and his second effect is if on the turn, except the turn when he gets sent to the graveyard, you can banish it and special summon a Noble Knight monster with a different name from your extra deck onto an empty monster that you control.
So essentially, with Artorigus on the field, you banish Excalibur and make it sacred.
Basically. And that's another reason why at 2 I've never really needed 3. This one does not re-equip, which kind of saddened me. Next, 2 Caliburn. Caliburn is fun, but I would recommend that if you don't like this, you can drop it to 1 and it will still work just fine. But it gives your monster a 500 attack boost, and once per turn, you can gain 500 life points, and it is a re-equipable spell card when it gets destroyed. And last for the Noble Arms.
Sadly, because I tried to kill you shit.
Yeah.
And you re-equipped shit.
Last one that I play is Gallatin. I don't like Arthadeuter just because of the attack loss that happens, but Gallatin gives your monster 1,000 attack, but every standby phase loses 200 off of that. And this one also is no re-equipable, and this one's a proxy, as you can see.
Yeah.
Next card that I play, this one's kind of controversial in Yu-Gi-Oh! I know, is 3 Upstart Goblin. I need 2 more. This one's controversial because a lot of people don't like giving your opponent 1,000 attack, although there have been times where I've opened with Madrat, but not a Noble Arms, and went Upstart and basically had Heart of the Cards and got a Noble Arms off of that. So, and this is beautiful because it gives you that extra draw power, the speed that this deck really needs to survive on, is speed.
Yeah. Have you thought about maybe Reckless Greed? Like side deck 1 or 2 Reckless Greeds?
I've thought about it, but then on the same thing, it's really one of those cards that I'm iffy about. Because yeah, you get the 2 cards, but if it's 2 cards that you don't need, then you're kind of screwed on your next 2 draw phases of being able to do anything useful. So that's why I personally, you could side deck it if you think Reckless Greed's a good one, but I personally would not recommend it. And for the record, I've been playing this deck for a really long time. This is the final phase that it's had, and it's the phase that I'm the most looking forward to. Except for the double box. That's new, and I love it. Next.
I don't love it.
I know. 2 MST. I know it's at 3, but the reason why I run 2 is because regular Artorigas in the extra deck is basically an Emissary as well. So really just 2 is all that you need. And next is 2 Rhoda. I know Rhoda's at 3 right now, but, you know, in the same breath, for me, 1's not enough, 3's too much, 2 has just been really helpful. Although, if you feel like it, you can always put them up to 3, and I don't think it would really affect the speed of this deck.
These are 2 completely different Rotas, guys. One is a magic card and the other is a spell card.
Shut up!
Find another one.
And then the last spell card is just 1 Regeki.
That's also a proxy,
Yeah.
if you guys couldn't tell from this thing.
And then for the last, it's a fucking thing, mosquito. For the last parts of this 40 card deck is 3 Royal Decree. What I did have originally instead of the Upstart Goblin was 3 D-Prison, but a lot of times I usually get Decree first before D-Prison, so that's why I made the switch to Upstart Goblin. Beautiful card, pisses everyone off. Just try to protect it as you can.
Which would you say is better in the modern format, though? Trap Stun or Royal Decree?
Really, both have their strengths and weaknesses, truly, because Royal Decree is a continuous one, and Trap Stun works for that turn. What I would say is, if you guys don't like Upstart Goblin, then by all means put in triple Trap Stun. Like, because Trap Stun's beautiful. I actually side deck 2 of them just in case if they start getting rid of my decrees, which happens. It's onto the extra. So that's a 40 card main deck. A lot of the decks that I do actually contain 41, but just for OCD issues. But this one, I kind of just decided to keep it at 40.
You haven't been playing long enough. I go to like 45 to 50 card minimum.
Alright.
Oh my god.
I play a 15 card extra deck because I love variety. Almost all my decks will have 15 in them. So, first off, I'm very OCD, as you'll see from this. I play a 101. That's pretty self-explanatory.
And it's a proxy.
Yes, it's a proxy, if you can't tell. 1 Abyss Dweller,
Also a proxy.
because I have... Shut up! Because I have I will tell them. You don't need to tell them. I have come across Dark Wolf players still, and personally, just all of those decks that deal with the graveyard like that just really piss me off. Like,
Especially if he makes it when I'm using Battling Boxers and Glassjaw gets sent. No Glassjaw.
although I haven't done it yet, I believe this card would be very good against Shaddolls. That would just stop them dead in the tracks for at least a turn.
Yeah, it would.
Next, 2 Artorigas proxies. Okay.
They're both proxies?
Yes, they're both proxies, unfortunately. I have not been able to get one.
Where were you like forever ago? I had triple Artorgas and a Sacred.
Don't make me kick your ass in camera. Now,
I'll
Yep.
hold it.
You'll hold my ass?
No, I'll hold the camera.
he's a rank 4 light warrior, if you can't tell. He needs 2 noble night monsters, and as I said earlier, he's basically an MST, or an extra MST. There's 2 of him. 1 blade armor, doubles its attack. Now this other card is going to seem kind of strange when you first see it, but Fujinti Tsukiyomi. This,
How do you play that?
the reason why I put him in here, I put him originally in here as like a test trial, and it's worked beautifully. Because I can draw into something I don't need. I can draw into like, I can draw into like a Destiny, but I already have one on the field. Or, by the way, I should have said that. Destiny, Caliburn, and Gallatin. I think that's all. Destiny, Caliburn, Gallatin. Yeah, those ones you can only control one of them on the field at a time. Kind of a bummer. But this guy, if I draw a Destiny that I don't need, then I can use his effect to ditch that and get 2 more off of it. So, this guy I would use instead of Reckless Greed. Just to say.
Alright.
This other guy I threw in here just for shits and giggles, but I really love that I did, is Comics Hero King Arthur. Because he can stop attacks. Like, even if you attack him twice, he can stop both of them. These are all rank 4s in here, except for Sacred. But he stops the attack and gains a 500 attack, and he can be equipped by all of them except Excalibur, which is beautiful with them all being warriors. Next one,
Except for this one. This one's not a warrior.
and
Guys, that's a beast warrior.
alright, shut up, just bite off. Alright. Concealer Omega, this guy is so beautiful. He only needs 2 level 4 light monsters. And then basically, if you know your opponent has something annoying that you don't want to have happen, just detach this and just go at them. If they have nothing, but you know they have something annoying in the back row. He's beautiful. I love him.
That's 101 happens.
You bite off. That was bullshit. Okay? This idiot went 101 on me, and I wanted to punch him.
I did it with his sacred too.
Yeah. I came back full circle and Ramcats. Alright, next one
I still won that round.
is Exciton. This one, if you don't know Exciton, get out of the game now before you get anally raped repeatedly. Cowboy, same as... As he said earlier in his video, Cowboy is one of the ones that you don't really see, although he does help a lot. Like late game, if your opponent has 700 life points, you can go this and
You
just
can
be like,
shoot him for 800.
just be like, bitch, go.
Effective reach.
Heroic Champion Excalibur, detach 2, double his attack till your next turn. By the way, my Ultra is better than his secret, so just, yeah.
I'm getting ghosts soon, so shut up.
1 Maestro, not really seen a whole lot, but it's still good to have. We know. We like doing this stuff on the internet.
We do the weirdest shit.
This guy, not really seen, but is still used in pretty much every deck that has level 4s utilized a whole lot because he's just beautiful. For those of you who don't know, shame on you, he can stop himself from being destroyed by detaching, and he's a Book of Moons, which can be useful. I love it. Next, 2 Sacred. This annoys all my friends because it pops monsters, so that's super annoying. Proxies.
Yep.
And then the last card for the extra deck is a Paladynamo, because this works really well as well if you want to get over something really annoying. Like, I think you can get over Killer with this guy, although I haven't had to do it yet. Thank God.
Yeah, no one wants to deal with Cleese now, guys. Cleese are OP.
Now the side deck's a little weird because I had to throw it together because I couldn't remember off the top of my head what they all were. But 2 Flying Sea. If you're going up against someone who does a lot of exiting something, this can be really detrimental to what they're doing. And basically how it works, when your opponent normal summons or special summons a monster except during the damage step, you can special summon this to this side of the field, and then the person who controls this card cannot exit summon. That's really
Seas will get big, guys. Seas will be the greatest archetype in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh!
The next one, I only have 1 to show you, but 2 Trap Eater. He cannot be normal summoned or set, but he can be special summoned by getting rid of 1 face-up trap card your opponent controls. So if someone has a Fiendish Chain on Sacred or something,
Or
you
skill drain and clean.
or Skill Drain, you can just get rid of that right off the bat. So he's really useful, and he's a tuner as well, but I play no secrets.
I thought you played it. Lanzalin.
No, I took Lanzalin out because even though his effect is really good, he can be hard to make, and he's kind of hard upkeep as well. As I found out the hard way. The Destiny and Excalibur, and yes, I have a Proxy Excalibur because I need a 3rd one for this. 1 Black Horn of Heaven. Again, if you don't know what this does, get out of the game now.
It's pretty self-explanatory. It negates the special summon, doesn't it?
Yeah, if your opponent would special summon a monster, negate that summon and destroy it. So that can stop basically everything from the extra deck. A Bottomless Trap Hole, self-explanatory.
Is it a monster or monsters on the platform?
Monsters.
So it's like, please, nah.
No. 1 BTS. This one, when you activate it, you have to target an effect monster your opponent controls. It negates its effect, and then, except during a turn when it gets sent to the grave, you can vanish from it and basically do it all over again. Really amazing. I would put this at 2 in here.
If he had
If I had
one.
space. If I had space. 1 Compulse, explanatory. Mind Crush. I would play 2 of this guy, but I only have 1 to show. Mind Crush is beautiful, this format. with Cliffort Scout or Tool or whatever the hell it's called, with tankies running around. I mean, this card is beautiful.
You just want to play my Iron Core then.
Oh, I'm gonna screw you over when you make that, okay?
My Gorilla and Crusader got my back.
As you heard me say earlier, 2 Trapstones for the side deck, negates traps for the turn, proxy, as you can clearly
Do
tell.
you need trap stones?
Yes, I do.
I got trap stones.
I love you. Next,
No homo.
no homo. Precisely. Next, this is a card, it's an older card and kind of hard to find, but if you can find them, they are worth it. It's called Widespread Dud. It's a continuous trap, and basically what he does is select 2 face-up attack position monsters on the field. When any of the selected monsters are removed from the field, so they can be returned to the hand, they can be destroyed or banished, it doesn't matter. Destroy this card, and then when this card is destroyed, destroy the selected monsters. That is the actual print itself. So when he destroys himself, you get to destroy the other monsters. This can piss people off a lot.
Use it in E-Heroes.
Don't give them ideas. The trolls are bad enough as it is. One more thing, if you don't think Tsukiyomi's a good idea, I had a Night Pappy in there, which is beautiful, because I had a guy use Downerd Magician on me. Or no, what is it? No. The new Ghost Trick XZ they're coming out with it, like, super attaches XZ materials to itself.
I don't know.
I don't know.
played Ghost Tricks, but I don't know what that is.
It'll come out later. It's like some funky rank 4. Yeah, works funny.
Is it the light one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I don't know.
Yeah. Night Pappy. He's beautiful because you can detach, target 1 card on the field, or an XZ card, and then this card gains 300 for each material on it. So, alright guys, that's the deck profile. Please let me know what you think of it. Like I said, this is like the final form that I've been the most comfortable with.